All right, let's do second page. So I'm going to turn this on, and then I'll enter down a few, and then just make sure the section is 1, which it is. So we're going to just take this, paste it on the second page. And then we also want to put a footer in. So under insert, you want to do a footer on the bottom. And what we're going to do is we're going to put in, I already have, but we're going to put in page number, bottom, plain number. And then make sure different first page is checked off. So there's no page, first page. And just going to bring this back for some reason. It got moved. Okay. So we're going to continue now with the rest of our newsletter. And now we want to put a section break here. So it breaks it up. And you should see that section break. There it is. So now we're going to make the rest of this 2 columns, and then might add another break, which you don't need. Just need 1 break. And just make sure again it's 2 columns. And I already have some text typed in. Let me grab that. So you want to enter and type this in. Don't forget your format painter. You can just, if this is regular format, you just go here, format, and paint. And we can bring this up. Now we can add our symbol in. And then we're going to continue. So again, just make sure you type that in. What we're going to do here, back to left alignment, we're going to add a column break. And then we're going to put in focus on wellness. And again, format painter. You want to format that. And clear format. Back to regular font. Go ahead and type this in. Alright, we need to add some pictures. We're going to add our first picture here and just align it. It might take a few tries, but anyways, picture. Go back under public. Articles. Class image. And we're going to format this before we actually place it. We're going to make it smaller. Change the shape. Change the color. We can make it kind of match our heading in orange. And then we move it up here. There's a couple options that we have. We can leave it as is. Kind of leave it, you can center it. That allows you to center. It's already centered. But under picture tools, you can wrap tight. And then you can choose how it wraps. If it moves things around too much, just don't do that. And then you can move it in the middle. So the text wraps around the picture. You can also change back to inline, square, top and bottom. So that goes in there. Now we'll add another picture here. Same folder, junk food. And again, you can add styles. What we can try to do as well, see if it lets us, we can insert a shape and see if we can get like an X, a line. See if it's going to work. We can draw a line through it. Because you can't really see the line, we're going to go under Shape Effects and try to make that stand out better. So we can make it black, but then what we can do, we can make the weight like that. And then we can kind of bring this in a little bit. And then we can copy, Control C and Control V to paste. We have our second line here. If it doesn't let us rotate, oh, there it goes. And see how we just put an X through that picture? You can obviously adjust your line. You can go like that. And then we have our picture. What we're going to do now is we're going to add a table. We're going to do this a little different. We're going to make the table go across. So we're going to enter this down. We're going to highlight and make one column. So now all this section is one column. And now we can add our table. And what we're going to do for the table is we're going to put in lunch options. So we're going to put our table in first. Let's do that. Shut that off. And here we're going to type in lunch options. And what we can do is we can merge this as one box under Table Tools. Merge cells. And then we can center. If you want, you can put a text effect in, or you can bold. Put a, again, color if you want to stick with our orange theme. And put the days of the week. Monday, Tuesday, do all your days. And we're going to put in different options. So say on Monday, sandwiches, salads will be available every day. But then we're going to add in, say on Mondays, you're going to have Mexican food. And then maybe on Tuesday we'll make Italian. And then maybe we'll make Asian, American, and then this one we're going to do maybe vegetarian. But then we'll make this every day. So we'll just copy. Control V to copy. I'm sorry, Control V to paste, Control C to copy. And there's our lunch options. And what we can do as well, we can put a table style in to make it stand out better. And you can choose whichever table style. You can do a preview, so maybe they'll work better. There's one like this. Because we can't see that, well, maybe we'll make that white, bold it. So now we have a table that goes all the way across. So if you look at our document, if we zoom out, you have one column, two, and then you have one across. Now if I go to the next page, and again my page numbers looks like they disappeared. I'm going to add them back in if it lets me. See if that works. Okay, that worked. Except here, I don't want the one there. I might have to delete the one. See if that works. Sometimes it doesn't want to work, but that should get rid of it, but I'll just type it in manually later. Just skip that part for now. Alright, so with columns you can also do something like this. You can go under page layout, columns, and you can do more. So I could do 3 with line in between. So if I do a third page, that just messed me up. I'm going to put a page break before I start. So you don't have to do this part. You can stop after page 2, but I just want you to watch. If I do a break and I do next page, so there's my break. And then I go here and I do columns, more columns, and say I do 3 with line in between. As I start typing, let's just pretend I'm typing, and I do my column break. So this is column 2. And then I enter down a little bit and I do another column break. And this will be column 3. So what you can do, so I can call this column 1, as you can see, you can have 3 columns in your document. You can have 2 columns, and they don't have to be even. Like when you're choosing columns, you can do a combination of right or left. There's more columns options, and then you can change spacing. But at this point, we are done with this. If you want to, you can add a page border. Again, that might mess things up, but let's see if that allows us to do a page border. If we do like an orange page border, see what happens. Oh, okay. So now we have a nice page border around it, and you can look at it. Again, this kind of has a lot of spacing. We can move this up a bit. And that's our newsletter. So you want to go ahead and save it in your folder. One more time, take a look. We learned about column break, page break, section break, and we learned how to format and how to put in pictures and tables.